All right, next up we got Flood. If I had a second favorite play, this is probably it. For a lot of the same reasons. Just good against whatever they do. It's really easy as a receiver to tell pretty soon into the progression what the defense is in and have an idea of what's coming open, whether it be you or somebody around you or what have you. But yeah, we got Flood. This is gonna be the only play where the letter doesn't match, and it's you gotta listen to the sound. Like everything else, Baltimore bow, Cleveland cross, Dallas dagger, Houston hitch seam, they'll all be letter and sound matching. This one, is still sound. Philly, Flood, F sound is, but don't confuse the P. And our P play is Pittsburgh for post wheel. So you really should never confuse Philly for post wheel. One has a P sound, one has a F sound. So I just wanted to say that. But this is the only example of that where you kind of got to use your brain. But I wasn't calling Flood Fresno or whatever. I'm calling it Philly. So we've got Flood and again, balanced formation. We'll have the secondary unfold to the right side. And this is another one that is really, really effective against zone, but also effective against man. So, in a similar way, our main conflict defender, again, is this nickel. We're going to do a whole lot of picking on the nickel and the mic. In a lot of these plays, there's some where, there's more stress on the safety and corner, but a lot of it is going to be the underneath defenders that we're reading and working on. We immediately get this guy in sort of a 3-on-1 bind, right? Does he sink to help here? Does he stay put to help this backside jag? Does he jump onto the double, right? And, I'll say it every video. This guy may be here. He may be already lined up out here. We don't know yet. So, but all we know is there will be a double threatening this space that he has to respect, manipulating what he's doing out there, right? So we have him in a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, however you want to look at it. We've got, excuse me, I cannot stop burping in these fucking videos. He belongs here, but he's kind of in a 2-on-1, right? Because something coming underneath him here. He belongs here. He's not really in any kind of true 2-on-1 conflict. He just belongs where he belongs, and it's the backside of the play, so we're not really trying to put the backside of the play in too much conflict. He belongs here, right? And then as far as the mic goes, first, before I get to the mic, we once again have this option to pick in either direction. We're always gonna, the default of the play is gonna be the center set in a pick to free up the receiver instead of vice versa, but we have the option to do the opposite. So, we got our drag route coming underneath. Let me grab this pink real quick. This is another pure progression play where no matter if it's man or zone, this is the order in which we're reading this, right? So, snap of the ball. Your quick check in here, 1, 2, this is our 3. Now when I say this is our 3, it's our eyes are moving down to see where this guy is. 3 kind of includes this, right? What did he choose here? Because if we're, actually, truthfully, if we go to 1, this got taken off, and we go to 2, and 2 is not there, it's because this guy's here. So our eyes come to this. This 3 should be open. It should just go to this. But included in the 3, when your eyes come back down to the shallow, is the choice to go here. But walking through that, how it would have unfolded, yeah, it should just go to the drag here. And then our 4 is our backside post here, which again kind of includes the backside drag here, right? When our eyes move from here back to the shallow, it's kind of 2 things in play. When we move from shallow right back to the left, there's a deep and shallow thing in play, but we're looking for the deeper on both. We'd rather get the ball here than here, right? We'd rather get the ball here than here. That's why that's the 3 and that's the 4. Where is the zone, still in zone, right? And as far as the mic goes, so this mic, this is one of the few plays where, you know, we don't really need to put the mic in too much conflict. The first thing instinctually that he'll probably want to do is start to cheat over with this drag. And also keep in mind, like, if I'll tell you, if we were playing this, what do we already know we would be doing? This guy sliding, right? Because we see this here, whether he started here or whether we see him go here. When this has to get shot, we're screaming slide. This guy has to slide. But he's not sliding to shallow. He really kind of has to slide out to here, right? Which is just going to this free up space for this drag underneath, right? And there's no world where he ever gets to that out route in time to actually cut it off, right? So I mean, he's really moving because he has to. He's not helping anything. He's just sliding. He's just sliding because he has to. But like I said, we got this pick in both directions. If we get into, you know, I guess I might as well just grab fucking man right now. I don't know if this is even needs to be done, but whatever. And then we go to man. Man coverage, obviously, off, we'll start with off man. Still can get a pick set here. You know, just change the depth of your little drag here. Nuance to all of that. Doesn't have to look as flat as it is on paper. We're just trying to do a job and get to a spot. Our drag route coming open here is a good look against man blitz. When we gotta get the ball out quickly, set a pick, quick release, similar to on you know, on shallow cross and what we have going on in dagger as well with the backside drag. So we like that against man. We also like this out route against man, truth be told. You know, you got to get the proper separation here. Throws to the outside, a little more riskier, especially when we're looking to get outside leverage, so the defense will be to the, you know, inside of us to try to jump the throw. But if we can get good enough separation here, or if what's going on underneath can still somehow cause that nickel to hesitate, even in a man predicament, get good enough separation, the out route comes open. But what's really, I mean, the backside is what's really going to kill him in man, because remind you, man means the safety's not here helping. The safety has a man responsibility, and you know, us with our, right here it's the Y. So I mean, just imagine this being like a bear or a bud or a JI or somebody with some height. You know, get upfield quickly and just get that inside leverage. It's going to be really easy to rip this post against man, especially press man, and even off man. Honestly, off man it's even easier to get to actually. So that's that for man. Don't really gotta, you know, just take note of against man that, you know, we went outside release, we went inside release. That's really all I got to say about, you know, against man of it. And then again, much like in all of our posts, out of our break, eyes on the safety. If it's man, there really shouldn't be one. I mean, I've seen sometimes we get a look where it's man across the board with some safety help, and they just flat out don't account for the center or something like that. So it's not to say it's impossible. We're in man and you come out of your break and there is safety help as well, but we almost never see that. Yeah, we almost never see that. Secondary play, which reminds me, I didn't do secondary play on Elite, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. You know, the ball is getting given up to either the double or if the X drops, like what we talked about. And then we're looking to get guys to the same 4 segments of the field. I guess it's a little trickier if the X drops, because we got all 4 on the other end of the field. But mind you, we got the slant coming across, we have the post coming across, we have the flat route from the center. There's still things coming towards that, towards the X's direction if we want to set up a secondary play to that side. And then if we, obviously, if we throw it over to the double out of the quads, he's just got all of those same things right in front of him. He's got bear right in front of him. That's usually the easiest thing to go to. But yeah, automatically between bear and the fly, we have our sideline stuff solved. And then between QB, maybe the backside X, the post itself, we should be able to have the hash options as well. Just to go backwards a little bit. Secondary play. Yeah. Secondary play. Boom. We get it to the double. We need a deep sideline. Got it. We need a shallow sideline. If anything, we got two of them. We got 1, 2, 3 down the sideline. But for this play's sake, we're actually just gonna keep it to you know, the drag. The drag could shut off and be the hash shallow, and this post would be the hash deep, right? But this could carry through in a world where it's all jumbled up here and you see that it's really open here. Just again, mind the spacing. Don't be here, be here. You know, leave a window open for the other guys. We got to be mindful of the routes around us, and not to be running coverage into something that was coming open, trying to be selfish and be the one to get the ball sometimes, right? So yeah, that fire drill would be this way, right? And here we are, bada bing. This is one of those plays where it's really just the one, just you in the shallow, and try to get it to him if it's open. Try to work some magic if you see the defender, you know, trying to play the both, right? So I've said it on every video, so I ain't gonna say it again. What do we got? Press and blitz. Press, again, we'll always come back to us having picks and rubs in place. Really easy to just, again, we're off the line of scrimmage, free release. We got the center coming to affect, you know, if they get to pressing us. And we can drop this down really easy. Press means man, which means this guy won't be here, which means this guy won't be here. So literally, you know, we get the pick out here, hopefully, but even if not, we're just running away, and there's nothing effective. We drop this off to, again, this is the H, gonna be a Pop, gonna be a Frank, gonna be, you know, Sharp, somebody who we would ever run jet with, or somebody that we like, you know, hey, get the ball to him and just let him go type stuff. Which, you know, it could be a variety of people. But, and then, what were we on? Oh, we're on press? Yeah, so we like that on press. And then on blitz, same thing. Literally the same thing. Because again, this Mike is not here. They're down here presenting 2. Right? He's gone. This is the 2. He's not here. And all this stuff, they're inviting throws over the middle. We have to be mindful that presenting 2 doesn't always mean they're bringing 2, and one of these guys can drop, you know, or do something similar to where we do, where they're man here and one's staying with the center and one's got the QB or something like that. But irregardless, once our eyes confirm that this is, you know, there for the taking, we're always going to that with the blitz. Replace the blitzer with the ball. And the easiest place to do it is right over the middle where they came from. And then, yeah. Press also. Another good element of this against press is just the fact that, man, if this guy is in our face, we as a QB, we can drop back, not stare it down, but keep our eyes on this for long enough to see if this guy can just beat the press. If he doesn't, in that same line of sight where our eyes will already be, we have an out route coming. Straight shallow of that is this drag, or we can get it to the double. So press isn't going to feel like it slows us down quite as bad as on some other plays with this, and it's also, blitz is not going to speed us up on other plays. So this will be, I mean, we'll run, there's just never a bad time to run this, honestly. It'll be one of our staples, along with Dagger, along with Bo, of stuff that we're like, dude, we kind of just like this against almost every look. Even situationally, it's good against stuff that they try to do. It's a counter to them being aggressive. Just all around good play. Could run flood in my sleep. And there's a million ways. I haven't gone into this on any of the other plays, but again, I'm showing you all of these things from just our regular balanced formation. Keep in mind, flood could be at a trip. So this H could be here, just running a quick flat and getting to that same spot, and it just looks different. It could be, we could run it out of, we could literally run it trips from this side and motion somebody into the out, still have the drag coming from the back side. So we line up, it looks like the strength is to this side, we're trips over here with somebody on an island, and by the time we motion somebody over and bring the drag to the outside, we've completely flipped the strength of the play to the other side of the field. Now we're flooding the opposite side of what they, where we line up with the strength to. And it'll just happen on them really quickly like that. And that's also one of them scenarios where we'll get a coverage tell, like what I was talking about earlier. See what they do when we start doing shit like that. Start, line up this way, dress it to look like something, and shift or motion into the actual look and see what they do in response to that. And then off of that, have a counter to their counter, right? Right. Yeah, I think that's everything. Press blitz. Man, these videos are getting somewhat quicker, but damn, they're still pretty long. I'm gonna try to keep flying through them. This is flood. This is, to be clear, if it wasn't already obvious, this is the flood. We're flooding one side of the field. We kind of really quickly create a 4-on-2 here, between all of this. So just numbers on numbers. Good play. We like it against everything. I'm sure we'll run it a lot. Flood.